Welcome you to my YouTube channel. Today we will learn about how to teach a puppy to sit. Let's go. The benefits of teaching a puppy to sit. Before we explore how to teach a dog the sit command, we should know what benefits we would earn from this command. Below are the advantages of the sit command for your puppy's life. Your doggy will learn to use this default behavior as a way to pay for bigger rewards. A sit will become domestic dog currency to ask for and receive blessings due to the fact she desires to realize that handiest by following the rules of the house will she get what she wants. Here are a few examples. To exit the door, the dog needs to pay with a sit first. At mealtime, a sit will become a polite request and their praise is getting the bowl located before her. When the doggy brings you a toy for a game, teach that they ought to first sit, after which they will be rewarded with the game. This isn't mean, simply consider the chaos of that blustering pushy doggy once it reaches grown-up size. Teach the default, sit now. That places you in manage, whilst it reinforces your puppy's social position in the family. They learn from the very starting that as part of the family, the dogs should get alongside with humans, and considering you control the resources, the food, starting the door, games, they ought to be well-mannered to you. How to teach a puppy to sit? Many people wonder when to train a puppy to sit. As Doggy Dan, the professional dog trainer, also the founder of the online dog trainer, shares, puppy training starts a lot earlier than most of the dog owners would think. Most puppy can begin around 12 weeks. However, the truth is that you should start training your pup at about 8 weeks instead. As soon as puppies open their eyes, puppies start to learn about the new world. To create the best way to teach a puppy to sit, I would like to share with you the top helpful training methods. Get yourself ready to explore now. Teach your puppy sitting motion. Most dogs sit down evidently on their own, so to train the sit command, all you need to do is connect the command to the behavior. To begin, get for your pup's level, either crouching, kneeling on the ground, or sitting in a chair beside her. Next, use a treat to lure her into the sitting position. Hold a deal with near your puppy's nose and slowly circulate it up and in the direction of the back of her head. Your pup's head will probably comply with the treat as you move your hand up. As your doggy's head actions up, her rear cease will lower towards the floor. As soon as your doggy is sitting, click on or use your bridge word and immediately give her the treat. Repeat the above process until your domestic dog is sitting reliably each time. Then, you could transition to the usage of a hand sign and verbal command. The above video gives a clear rationalization of the complete process. Teach your puppy to sit longer. Once your puppy reliably lowers her backside while you say, "Take a seat," start increasing the period of time among while her backside hits the floor and when you praise her with a deal with. This teaches her that take a seat means preserve sitting. The important component is to add time gradually. Kneel in front of your puppy and say, "Take a seat." When her rear quit hits the ground, don't click on reward right away. Instead, count to 2 for your head. Then click or say, "Yes," and give her the deal with. Gradually boom the duration, operating your way up from a few seconds to 3 minutes. This might also take some quick education sessions. Lure train your puppy. There are numerous schooling techniques available today. Lure education uses a high-cost praise like a fave treat or toy to gently lure and manual your pup into the sit-down position. Stand in the front of your puppy and say, "Sit down." Be sure to speak to them in a firm, calm voice. Hold the trap simply above their head but in the front of her nostrils, and lift the lure upward over the pinnacle of her head. To observe the motion of the toy or treat, they ought to raise her head, and that puts them off balance. As their nostril follows the deal with, their furry backside needs to contact the ground to maintain from falling over. As soon as they sit down, deliver them the deal with or toy praise. Set up a doggy recurring and repeat this exercise numerous times every day. If you're working with treats, make sure to timetable the education earlier than food so they may be a chunk hungry. Within a short time, your puppy learns they can shortcut to the treat by really planting their backside as quickly as you say, "Sit down," as opposed to waiting to be lured. The physical demo to train your puppy to sit. Physical demo is the next method to learn how to teach a puppy to sit. Another way to get your dog to understand what you want it to do, specifically if it isn't always pretty getting there, the use of the lure technique, is to physically manual your dog into the proper position. Some dogs need this approach if they're particularly rambunctious or do not reply as properly to meal incentives. Firstly, do not have a treat on your hand, because your canine will now not be capable of cooperating. Then place one hand on your dog's chest, and every other on its rear legs. And say, "Sit." Then press down gently on their rear and slightly lower back on their chest, which have to guide them into a seated position. Finally, praise your puppy and reward him. Relate the training with word command and intermittent rewards. Once your puppy recognizes what sit down means, companion the phrase command with a hand signal. Decide on what sign to use, like a closed fist, and use it every time. By the usage of the word command with the equal hand signal each time, and without the lure, they'll start to partner the hand sign with the command. Your goal is for the puppy to apprehend the hand movement and word, carry out the behavior, and then be rewarded with the treat or toy. At first, be sure to reward with the deal with or toy every single time. Be sure you use a praise that the doggy only gets throughout these training drills so they sit up for the lessons. Eventually, ask for the take a seat without rewarding apart from verbal praise, and provide the deal with toy reward handiest each second or third time. This is called intermittent rewards and is a powerful coaching tool. Your puppy learns that they may get a goodie, and they by no means realize when, so they are more susceptible to be faithful. The intention is for them to learn to understand the command and carry out the motion with or without seeing a reward. Clicker train your puppy. Clicker training helps a lot to learn how to teach a puppy to sit. Rather than luring the domestic dog into position, or pushing, prodding, or in any other case putting them right into a sit, clicker education and shaping lets the domestic dog do their very own thing, and then rewards them for the movement you like. In this case, a sit. It takes a bit longer, however, as soon as the light bulb is going off, your doggy will nearly flip backflips to discover what else you need them to do. Clicker education is terrific fun for dogs and teaches them a way to learn, and a way to please you. Use tiny smidgens of treats, so it's more just a flavor and odor than something to refill the tummy. Gather your treats and clicker, and set the treats aside so the domestic dog doesn't consciousness on them. Then certainly watch for your doggy to sit down on their very own. And click as quickly as their backside touches down. Then toss them the deal with. Timing is fundamental, and it's crucial to click precisely whilst the tail makes contact. That's how you communicate to them, sit, click. It is what you like. The deal with follows to reinforce the conduct. They'll in all likelihood look a chunk confused, however thankful as they gobble up the reward. Now they understand treats are handy, and they want any other one. This is when domestic dog brains kick into excessive gear, trying to discern out how to get any other deal with. Don't talk, don't lure, don't point or provide different guidance. Let them discern it out on their very own. Teaching your puppy to sit in advance, in new environments. Once you and your dog have mastered the house environment, honed your canine skills, self-assurance and concentration, we gradually and methodically circulate to new or different environments. Very slowly, novel stimuli, length, distance and more distraction are brought along the direction of learning. This is what canine running shoes and behaviorists frequently confer with as the 3 Ds of canine education and obedience. Duration, distance, distraction. These need to be practiced always and with continuity. Once your dog can take a seat for a length of around 1 to 2 minutes, then you could flow onto the building in a few distance. After achievement with the first Ds, you could try adding in some mild distraction, progressing very slowly to greater distractions, etc. After your dog masters the sit down in every familiar environment, move directly to new environments using the same process. Remember that if your canine looks confused, or isn't always responding, you went too fast. Back up a step and continue again. Also, recollect not to practice training your dog whilst you are in a hurry or want to get something done. When you begin to practice sitting in the park or a restaurant, practice when you have time and can dedicate the activity to your canine. Practicing any behavior in a modern methodical way will get a rock-strong sit down in any environment, no matter distractions. Practice several times. Learning how to train a puppy is not hard if we know the right way and are constant with the schedule. Training your doggy to sit down is one of the easiest obedience education tasks, but all schooling takes time, patience, and consistency. Remember, puppies have quick attention spans. Practice education in 10 to 15 minute intervals, and in case your puppy seems overly distracted or tired, take a break. You can always pick up once more later. If your puppy paws or bites at your hands when you pass the treat over her head, simply pull the deal with out of sight at the back of your again, and wait calmly for her to settle down. Even if she runs around you in circles, be patient. Eventually, your pup will comprehend the treat isn't coming and calm down. She may even place herself in a sitting position. As soon as your domestic dog stops looking to get the deal with, click or say yes, and provide her a reward. The timing is key as it enables your domestic dog research that calm will lead to reward. Conclusion on teaching a puppy the sit command. The sit command is one of the most important part of obedience training a puppy. Therefore, you should start training your puppy soon, right when the pup is able to learn. Today I have shared with you diverse benefits that sighting command can bring to you. We know when to train a puppy to sit. Also, we have learned about 8 tips to learn how to teach a puppy to sit successfully not only inside the house but also in different environments. I hope this information is useful to you. When I research about Doggy Dan's program, I have received an amazing gift from him. And I want to share it with you to build the best way to teach a puppy to sit. Now you can receive a series of obedience pup training videos which is totally free. This series of videos contains a lot of effective training methods that you can apply to your puppy. Specifically, these training tips fit all dog breeds. Click here to get access. Leave your comment below. And don't forget to follow me for more knowledge. Thank you.